Yo, what is up, CHH fans? In today's video, I have some amazing people here with me today. Today, I have CHHysteria. They're known for interviewing 350, A3, Triply, JJL, Halvey, Apex Frazier, and many more. You might know
this
them
man's
from...
listen, everybody.
Yo, right? Let's go. And then, you might know him from interviews
Man.
with Henrik, their CHH trivia videos, their 10 Christian hip hop, blow up in 2021, and their WHATUPRG tier list. Many more. Known for album reviews, CHH news, CHH discussions, known by many of artists in the space that you listen to and love. Welcome to the channel, y'all. Thank y'all for coming on, for real.
Bro, thank you for letting us come on. This is gonna be really fun, and love what you're doing too. Yeah, it's a vibe. Let's go.
Thanks, bro. I appreciate it, for real. I'm glad y'all are on. This is definitely going to be a good discussion. I'm curious on what y'all think. Curious on what the people think, and even artists. I'm curious on what they think. So I want to kick off the question with, what recent CHH project would y'all say has impacted you recently?
Okay. I feel like I kind of talked about this on our Q&A video, like our 1 year special or whatever, but like it has to be God. By Next Move really affected me and really like helped me, because like I talked about a lot of stuff that I relate, so it was just really well put together. It was good music, and those are some of the artists that I love, so yeah.
Right, I feel that. Yeah, it has to be God was fire. How do you feel, Cole? What would you say are some of your recent projects?
Man, honestly, like, this is really new, but 350's new album, Love You Divine, is just so, like, it's just amazing on every front. It's, like, inspirational, like, musically speaking, like, the lyrics are great. Like, Good Without You is, like, one of my favorite songs right now. I play it, like, 5 times a day, I swear. So, like, probably that one. I've also, like, really been liking Hear the Heavens by A3.
Yes, sir.
And then, of course, The Loved One by Apex is really nice as well. I go back to that.
That's true.
Oh
yeah,
my
probably
God.
those three are, like, kind of the ones that keep going back to the most.
Dude, I definitely agree. Dude, to be honest, I would say the same. I would say 350's Love You Divine. I feel like I love the realism, like how realistic it is and like the honesty in it. Like I could feel it. Like I felt like I knew 350 after finishing the project, and I just had to play it again. Like I can't tell you how many times I've played it recently, bro. It's been crazy. But Cephas's yes, bro. Like it's wild. It's unbelievable. And Cephas's America Shall Be Saved. I've never really heard like a project like this, bro. Like I feel like it was a beautiful representation of how God can change someone, but also what he can do with the change he's already done. So I feel like that I would have to say Cephas is in there for me too, bro. Like it was crazy. It was so crazy.
Yeah, I still been meaning to check that out. You did recommend that.
Yes, bro. Dude, I'm telling you, production on that thing, bruh, the first track alone is it's on another planet.
I can't wait to peep it.
Dude, I'm telling you, you gotta let me know what you think, bro. It's wild. It's completely wild.
Bro, I will.
Dude, yeah, it's dope. So would y'all say these projects that y'all named would like, do you think they tell more of a story, or would you say they're packed more with hits and bangers and like songs that are more for sync and commercial use?
From mine?
Yeah.
I think all 3 of mine I picked were like story projects.
Yeah.
So like The Loved One like tells a cohesive project of a character that Apex portrays. Hear the Heavens and Love You Divine are both like about like the artists, like 350 and A3. And they're both like just talking about like pretty much their life, right? So like both of those projects also like have a very cohesive, like they're just very cohesive, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So those, but then like also within those they have like hits. So like, you know, 350's album, you got like Regardless and like Disconnect are just like insane, right? And like but they're still part of the story. Yes. And same with A3's, like Ride With Me with RG, like that's just a hit, bro. Like I'd be listening to that every day as well, like for real. It's just, like if it's every mood, you know what I mean? Like you can always listen to that song.
Yes, sir, bro.
Yeah, so like we kind of got both. Yes, sir.
No, that's so true, man. That is so true. For real.
Yeah, I feel like It Has to Be God is kind of like, because it's a group project, obviously, so it tells stories in its own right, but it also doesn't. Like it tells stories of their struggles, you know, specifically with Catch Me, it, you know, it like has those there's 2 or 3 verses about what they struggle with, like Coop, and stuff like that. And then it also does have those hits, kind of like Cole was saying, like with like Loser, which I think is more of a hit. Well, it still does portray a story.
Yeah.
Because like it tells them how they're different from everyone else and how that affected them and stuff like that. So
That's
I don't
so
know.
good,
It's
yo.
kind of, I would say it's more story, but
Ooh, that's real, yo. That's real. That's fire.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I definitely agree. It's
Yeah.
it's beautifully written, beautifully made, produced, all of it, man. Every aspect is really amazing, bro. For real.
I really liked It Has to Be God.
Yes, bro. What would y'all say is one of y'all's favorite tracks from that project? I'm curious.
From It Has to Be God.
Yeah.
that's really hard to
I
choose.
really like.
Right.
I like Loser a lot, just because like.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, like all of them are really good, and then
Oh my
the
golly.
last song, like Catch Me, I think it's called. I can't remember, but like that one's really fire
Yeah.
with all of them. And then yeah, those are probably like the two I listen to the most, and I like the
Right.
most. Those two.
Dude, the name passes me. I think it's Secret, but Christopher Sincere, like Coop was saying before, when y'all interviewed him, like that black and yellow
So good.
on the logo.
Yeah.
So good,
Dude,
bro.
It is, dude. That if
Crap, that might be
2K
my favorite too.
for real, if 2K ever used a song for like from CHH in one of their trailers, that's the one. Like that is that song. Like the one you'd go to for sync, whatever you're looking
yeah.
for. Yeah, it'd be mad crazy. Dude, but to circle back around to like the project choices, like I was saying, and like y'all were saying too, like Love You Divine and Cephas, those were like, I have these 3 sections I consider CHH projects in, and I'm curious on what y'all think about it. I believe CHH has like a storytelling section where you're telling the story in either an event or a moment throughout different tracks, or even in certain tracks throughout the project. And then you also have like mission motivated projects where they're meant to do something, where you're meant to get something from it rather than hear a story. Like you're either meant to be motivated, hyped up, or whatever that may be. And then you also have like hard hitter projects where it's just like banger after banger. Maybe no like noticeable story, but like you definitely get like hits from that. And sometimes it could tie into a mission motivated project. So after hearing that, like after hearing those sections, or like what do y'all think about that? And honestly, what section would you be most likely to share with someone outside of CHH, or which type of CHH album?
No, that's a really interesting question, and I think those groups are really good. I think that the first one you said, like the story, and then like the mission one, a lot of times those go hand in hand too. It's like Pleasant Hill by RG is one of like my all-time favorite like projects in CHH,
Sheesh.
and like it tells the story of him like putting like a girl over God, and then kind of like, you know, like his like journey through that,
Right.
and like I feel like that tells that story, but like the reason why it tells the story is to portray like not to idolize people or like idolize anything, like put God above everything, right?
So good.
So a lot of times like the story has like a message, but like I get what you're saying, because like I feel like The Streets Signed Me by like how did I forget the name of the artist? Reconcile, there we go.
Yes, sir.
Like not Streets Signed Me, that's Rockstar. Crap, I can't remember like the mixtapes. He has like a few mixtapes, like which are like very mission focused.
Yeah.
But they don't really like tell a story.
Right.
So I see what you're saying, but like I feel like a lot of times like the 1 and 2 kind of go together. But as far as like which one I would show people outside of CHH, it kind of matters on what they're into. So like my friend, like he's super into like kind of like, if I have a friend that's super like into like maybe like Kendrick, so like super into like that story stuff, like telling an album, like I'd be more likely to show him something like RAUL or Pleasant Hill. But if I have a friend that's like just like just wants playlist songs, you know what I mean, I'll show them kind of like I probably want to show them like those. Probably I could, because they still got a lot of nice like playlist songs on there. But I might just show them like some of like a mixtape, so like, you know, Church Close 4 coming out soon. Like that would probably fit more in that vibe, because it's just gonna be a bunch of like it's a mixtape, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or something similar.
That's true.
What do you think, Cooper?
I like those classifications. I feel like it gives it enough room to breathe without boxing in the album.
Right.
Because I think it's important is to like not box in that album and let it, you know, express itself, and express what it was meant to express. But in terms of like what I would show, like Cole said, it really depends on what they're into. Because if they're in like Kendrick or like J. Cole or that kind of vibe, I'll probably show them something more story focused, like, you know, RAUL or Pleasant Hill, or like a lot of Lecrae stuff. But if they're not, or if they just want like those bangers after bangers after bangers, I'll just show them something else.
Right.
And if they're like, because some people like outside of CHH do want that mission focus to see what they actually are about.
That's true.
So I'd, give them something more like It Has to Be God or stuff like that.
Ooh, that's so good, bro.
Yeah, and it's also like, so like kind of going off Cooper's thing, where like some people outside of CHH like kind of want like the mission thing. It's also like, I feel like there's like a certain like I mean, this might be kind of a bunny trail thing, but I feel like there's a certain amount of like there's music that's made for Christians to kind of like disciple Christians, and then there's music to like be made for like just Christians to enjoy, and like it'll good music, but then also like not like like people that aren't believers can listen to.
That is so.
So I'd be more likely to show them stuff like, or like then there's also ones to reach too. Like the last song on, like we're talking about Next Move's project, like Catch Me, I could show that to someone that's going through something, and that like God might talk through that. But it could also show it to a Christian that's going through something too.
Ooh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then songs like Wesside, like by RG, because we're talking about Pleasant Hill, or like 4 a.m. Oh, that has a lot of Christian stuff. But like Wesside, or like Rosegold, I could show to like a non-believer, and they won't even know it's Christian.
Right.
But like it's still like it's edifying for Christians, and then also like it's a good entryway. You know what I mean?
Ooh, that, bro.
So yeah.
That is so good, bro. That's definitely like something to think about, especially when sharing music. I feel like what I love about CHH is that it is very broad, and like it can cast its nets very wide. It hits like there are so many groups, like some people don't even realize this, but there's so many groups even within the Christian space where like you want Christian hip hop, right? Then you want a certain type of Christian hip hop, and then there's a certain thing you want from that certain type of Christian hip hop and sound. And then that like it all boils down to the artists they like, and then the maybe even collectives they like, and also like labels and all that stuff. So yeah, man, I definitely agree. So what would you say is like the difference between the desires of a CHH fan from a CHH project in comparison to a non-CHH fan?
Oh, that's interesting. Let's see. I feel like so like a non-CHH fan will not usually care about the message as much, right? Like they might to an extent, because like a lot of people do really like breaking down the lyrics and stuff. It's like wordplay is really important and stuff for like certain artists, right?
That's good.
Not every artist needs to be like a Kendrick, because like Future doesn't make good like lyrics, but a lot of people love Future.
Right. Yeah. Right.
We need like both, but then so like I feel like the message for a non-CHH fan or like a non-believer, it doesn't matter that much. Ooh. So like you gotta find a way to like, I feel like portray Jesus or like whatever you're trying to say without being corny, and then like CHH fans will care a little bit more about what they're talking about, because if they're talking about like unbiblical things,
right,
in like in a way that like celebrates them, they're gonna be like, what the heck? You know what I mean? And then there's some CHH fans who kind of talked about this a little bit ago.
Yeah.
But like they're looking for the JPM, like the Jesus per minute, which I don't think that's really fair. But
nah.
So yeah, but like I feel like that might be the main difference, is like the message matters more to like a believer in the space than like someone like a non-believer who just like wants to hear good music. And like the non-believer is gonna be a little bit more, I feel like, harsh on the sound. So like they're gonna like, and then like the believer might, because like sometimes with like in CHH we let like mediocre music go because it talks because it has a good message, but like a non-believer is not gonna like I don't care. Like it just gotta sound good. I don't care what you're talking about. If it sounds good, I'm gonna like it. You know what I mean?
That's good, bro.
So like you gotta find that balance and make it like having music with substance, but then also making sure it still sounds really freaking good.
Sheesh.
But that's what I think. What do you got?
Ooh.
Yeah. I feel like the sound thing specifically, I feel like a person who doesn't necessarily or isn't a Christian and listening to CHH, I feel like they're not going to care nearly as much about the message and just more about like, okay, does this sound good? Do I like the sound of this? Which are like, even as a believer listening to CHH, it's still important to think about that, because like, I'm sorry, but if your song doesn't sound good, I don't care how good that message is. Yeah, like I don't care. Yeah. I'm sorry. I may love you, but like if your music is trash, I ain't gonna listen to it.
Yeah.
Like if it sounds trash.
For real though.
Like,
No.
it's just, and like, it's gonna be the same thing with the non-believer. So why the heck are we pushing this, trash music into the non-believer? Because it's just gonna turn them away. So it's like, it does nothing but harm anyone. So,
yeah, I just want to clarify one thing about like the message thing. Is like, I mean, like the message like of like it's like the gospel, or like, good message. Like a lot of non-believers do care about like lyricism, wordplay, like how you're portraying the theme, and they don't care as much about what the theme is, but they care about how you portray it.
Sheesh.
So like, that's not to say that like non-believers look at this like CHH, like the lyrics don't matter, because if it's corny, like even like as a Christian, if I hear a corny song about, I don't want to listen to it. Like a non-believer's not gonna want to listen to a corny Christian song either, like even more than I will.
Facts.
So like the way you portray your message is important to both sides.
Dude.
Yeah.
But one side cares more about what the actual message is.
Oh my god. Bro, that is so good. I'd never even.
But what do you think?
I never even considered that. Like, that is so true. Like, us as people of God care about what other people of God are saying, right? Like, we're keeping each other in check. But then the people who aren't keeping others accountable, right? Just coming in, just wanting to hear it. Like, they just need good music in their eyes, right? So, like, hearing that, it's like, yes, we preach the gospel. Yes, we talk about God. Yes. But is there a possibility that we're not doing it to our fullest capacity? And then not only that, is there a possibility that we have just let too much get into the system, right? Like, your audience, knowing your audience is important as an artist, right? So I think there are too many people who are making art for Christians and promoting their music for a secular arena and secular space. Like, now that y'all put it that way, I think the reason we let so much bad CHH music get through is because we know it's for us, right? But then forget there are other people outside of us that don't want to hear that, nor should they be hearing that, because then the stigma of CHH being corny just grows more and more. And then we're just like, yo, this man just said he got a corn on the cob and then bought a corn dog. Like, that's not even wordplay. What is that? Like, no. You're just like, don't even stream that. Like, take it off your playlist. Don't put this on my release radar. Like, nah, I don't even want that to pop up on Spotify. You exit stage left one more time. Like, no, don't even walk back on stage. I love you, like you were saying. I love the message, but if you go and play like that, if you go and relate corn dogs to corn, that's corny, bro. Like, no, chill. Like,
That's corny.
It's not. It's crazy. But now that y'all mentioned that, it's definitely something to think about. What's happening, CHH fans? What you just watched was part 1 of a discussion I had with CHHysteria. Make sure to go check out their channel. Make sure to subscribe, and also make sure to check out the videos they have on their channel as well. If you want to see more of the discussion that we had, make sure to let me know in the comments below, and I'll see you on the next video.